Hi guys, it's Alexa, otherwise known as the Barefoot Witch. How you all doing? I hope you're all staying safe, isolating if you need to, practicing social distancing. Today I wanted to talk to you about candle magic. Candle magic is a really simple yet effective form of magic. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I do a lot of candle magic. Most of my spells are candle magic, just because it is so simple and so effective. So what is candle magic? Candle magic is basically blowing out birthday candles, but with more intent. So when you blow out the candles on your birthday cake and you make a wish, you are wishing, you're making a wish, and then you blow out the candles, and the act of blowing out those candles sends that wish out into the universe. Candle magic is slightly more complex, but only a tad. So with candle magic, what you're doing is you are deciding your intent. So let's say a money spell. So you decide that you want a small lottery win, or you want a pay rise or something, whatever, that's your intent. So you visualize that and you focus your intent on the candle, and then when the candle burns all the way down, it releases that intent into the universe. So it's a step up from making a wish on a birthday cake or a birthday candle. Okay, so what kind of candles can you use for candle magic? You don't want to use a pillar candle, that's too big, that's going to take forever and a day. Taper candles are also a little bit too large. Size matters. Taper candles, they take a good 4 or 5 hours to burn down, so they're a bit too big. But on the market you can buy, you can get these anywhere and you can get them relatively cheaply. I buy mine from eBay. But on the market there are these. So spell candles. Where's my white one? And they come in all different all different colours. I have a black one and a white one here. But I do have any other colour you can imagine they come in. But they're about 10 centimetres tall. And they last around about an hour. And these are brilliant because that's long enough, that's big enough. I think they come in packs of 12. I think sometimes you can get them in packs of 6 or 7 as well, depending on the eBay seller. And they're relatively inexpensive. I think a box of 12 of one colour is about $4.99. But if you don't want 12 candles in, say, purple or whatever, you can always go for birthday candles. Birthday candles are really easy to come by, really, really cheap. I think they're £1, £2 for a tub of them. They come in any colour you can imagine, and they burn down in about 15 minutes. So they are really good if you want your candle to burn down quickly. They are good. I have used them. I do still use them. But witchcraft, or my particular brand of witchcraft, is about working with what you've got and not buying stuff, not spending money you don't have. Work with what you've got. So if you don't have birthday candles, or you're broke but you have tea light candles, a tea light candle will do fine as well. Tea light candles last about 2 hours. White can be substituted for any other colour, so this is perfect. You can get, I think, 50 for £1. They're the best value for money as far as any of the candles are concerned. For me, witchcraft has a very make do and mend kind of attitude, in my opinion, because the witches 200-300 years ago didn't have a ton of crystals, didn't have a ton of different candles. You know, it was sticks and mud and rocks and herbs. It's about using what you have or using what is available to you, because really the thing that matters is intent. So if you don't have the right coloured candle, don't worry about it. Seriously, don't worry about it. It's not about the ingredients, it's about the intent. Okay, so candle safety, guys. I don't want to be your mum. I don't want to sound like I'm nagging, but please be safe when using candles or any sort of open flame, incense, anything that could, you know, potentially start a fire. I have nearly set fire to my house more times than I would like to admit to you, and more recently than I would like to admit. But once when I was a teenager, we were doing a spell at home, me and my mum, and the little spell candles were quite difficult to come by. This was, you know, before everyone had a smartphone and everyone had eBay or whatever on their phones. So we decided to use a taper candle, which was too big. You know, too big, took too long. Also, more flammable material. So the spell asked us to anoint it, and we did. We smothered it in olive oil, which was our anointing oil of choice. We rolled it in some dried herbs, stuck it in a candle holder, you know, did the spell, lit this, and within about 30 seconds, it had gone from a candle to a towering inferno. I remember my mother picking up the candle holder, running to the kitchen sink, throwing it in the kitchen sink and turning the tap on, because it was a blaze. And it wasn't just a blaze, it was spitting bits of lit herbs everywhere, and it was just a bad idea. It was bad. So, you know, practice, be safe when you're, you know, when you're doing this. Just be safe in general. That leads me nicely on to talking about anointing oils. So a lot of spells will call for anointing oils. There are oils out there, you know, there are hoodoo oils like Road Opener, Adam and Eve oil, Bend Over oil, all these kinds of oils. And, you know, they are usually like a natural oil, so like a vegetable oil or an olive oil or something, where certain herbs have been, diffused into the oil. And that's great. But if it talks about anointing a candle and it doesn't say for a specific oil, any natural oil will do. But please remember, like I've just said, oils are flammable. Candle wax is flammable. You light this on fire, so be careful. I mean, if you're anointing a candle, all you really need to do is like take a couple of drops on your finger and just lightly swipe it over the candle. Less is definitely more. If my story has freaked you out and you don't want to use anointing oils, but you want to put herbs into the candle, or you want the essence of those herbs or something in the candle, if you've got a hairdryer or a heat gun, you could lightly melt the candle just a little bit, like just soften the wax, and then roll the candle in those herbs. That would do without the anointing oil. You know, that's posing less of a risk. But I mean, it's up to you. So another thing with candles like this size is obviously they are quite thin. I don't know if you can see they're thin. And some websites or some eBay sellers who sell these will also sell little candle holders that fit these. But if you don't have one, what I tend to do is I have a flame-proof cauldron, and it's it's a little cast iron cauldron, and I pop that on a slate coaster because the cauldron does get hot as well. So I'll pop that on a slate coaster. I'll pour a little bit of melted wax into the bottom of that of the cauldron, stick the candle in it, but make sure that the candle is upright, and I kind of wait till the wax has started to solidify. So stick the candle in it, wait till it's solidified, and then I begin the spell, because I have had times where I thought it's been solid, I thought it's been good to go, lit it and it's gone eh. And again, we're practicing safety here, you know, safety first. Yeah, so how do we do a candle spell? Or how do we practice candle magic? So you take your candle, let's go purple. You take your candle and you figure out what your intent is. You figure out what your goal is. And your candle the colour can relate to that. That's colour magic. That's a video for a different day. But let me just say that a white candle can be substituted for any colour because it's white. It's just, you know, it's eh. There's nothing, you know, it's a very good all-purpose candle. So, okay, pick your intent or pick your goal, and what you do is you focus your goal and you visualize your goal happening, and you direct all of that energy and focus and intent onto your candle. And then when your candle has burnt down and burnt out, that energy's been released, or it should be released to the universe. You know, it's really just that simple, guys. Trying to think, what else can we say about it? Not much. So there you go, candle magic. Really simple, really easy. Anyone can do it as long as the intent and the focus is there. Then anyone can do this kind of magic. Yeah, so it's not rocket science, it's just magic. So thank you to everybody who has already liked and subscribed. It means a hell of a lot. It's amazing. Thank you to everyone who is sending me comments or commenting on the videos. Let me know if you've ever had a near miss or an epic candle fail. You know, let's keep them funny, let's keep them lighthearted. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Stay magic.